Yo, what's good, YouTube? Hold on, let me set this down. What's poppin' with you, man? You feel me? Just got the fresh beam. We doing good. We doing good. Hope y'all out there staying blessed on your purpose, getting to the bat, you know, all the good stuff. But yeah, man, it's been a minute since I chopped it up with y'all. I know videos have been coming a little sporadically lately. But I just wanted to hop on here, man, and reflect on the journey where everything's at right now. You know, it's been a lot of changes, and you know, I am anticipating more changes in my life going forward, and things are accelerating. So I just wanted to hop on here and reflect on that, and because I just had like a moment of clarity, specifically around patience. So I know a lot of us, you know, while we on these goals, have all these goals and ambitions in life that we want to accomplish. Bless him. That we want to accomplish, you know, we can get caught up in the weeds of trying to do things perfectly and trying to reach the goal too early, which is why I'm seeing such a value in patience. And you know, as I look back on older videos and older content I do, you know, I say the same things, but you know, it's easily forgettable, you know. So it's just like with this stuff, this content, you know, if I'm planning on doing this 8, 9, 10 years, and getting to the level where it's supposed to be at, why am I rushing it? You know, it's even colder the longer you're in the stages, you know. Like, instead of trying to make perfect videos, just make content, and then eventually over time, once you can hire people, you know, you can make it better, you know. But it's perfection leads to procrastination. I'm starting to see, you know, and I feel like a lot of people fall victim to that perfectionism, and I think it's due to, you know, not having the patience to really just, you know, be patient. Like, you know, it's a cliche saying, but it really is a virtue and something that should be cherished. And I think not having patience, because if you think about it, okay, why are we not patient? Why do we want to get someplace sooner? You know, we're placing too much gratification in the end of the journey instead of in the process. Only reason we want to get to the end or the goal so fast is because we want to, once we get there, we think that something will change, or like, you know, we could buy something, or, you know, lifestyle get better. And it's usually just for the validation of other people. So how I interpret it, how I think about it, is like, the reason we're not patient is because we're placing that validation on other people instead of already having validation within ourselves. So then that way, we don't need the end result. We have the validation of who we are today that makes us grateful in the moment. And all these stuff is like common themes, like gratitude, patience. I think Gary Vee really nails it on the head with speaking about a lot of this stuff, and a lot of other speakers and stuff like that. You know, it's the cliche stuff you always hear, and it just takes a minute, I think, to really soak in and realize, like, this is the heavy stuff. You know, it's cliche, it's repeated for a reason, you know. So I think, yeah, once we can have that gratitude for where we're at, gratitude to how far we've come, gratitude and satisfaction in our own becoming a butterfly. It's kind of like the To Pimp a Butterfly Kendrick Lamar album. Like, if we can place the satisfaction in becoming a butterfly within ourselves, it don't matter that the outer environment, how it looks at you, you know. You may be a caterpillar now, but a caterpillar knows it's gonna be a butterfly one day. You know, it just has to go through the process of growing first, and growth is only determined on you, you know. You can't look at a forest and be like, I mean, you could look at the forest and be like, the forest is growing, but the forest is growing because certain trees are growing. You could go up to a certain tree and be like, dang, that one grew this much, this one grew this much. So the faster we grow, or the higher we grow, the better the forest gonna be. I hope y'all rock with that analogy. But yeah, so, you know, things, like I said, things have been picking up. I won't even say picking up, just things are moving. I think I'm becoming more grateful personally for the journey and things like that. But I need to continue to make content and document the journey, because that's what it's really all about, instead of trying to have this be perfect already. Like, I'm expecting. I have to just keep the vision in mind. I think that's another big thing too. Once you keep the vision in mind of, what exactly you're trying to do with it, then you can always strive to reach that goal. Like once you hit new milestones, you could put people in place to make it exactly how you want it to be. But you have to get started. And specifically, if you're doing content, if you're trying to build a brand, whatever it may be, consistency is going to be important in doing that. And you're going to hit milestones on the way. So just because, I got 300 subscribers right now, 350 something or something like that, if I kept being consistent the last couple of months, I could have been maybe at 500 already or 1,000 or something like that. And it's not to say once I get 1 million subs, the content's not going to be way better and probably the way I anticipated it from the beginning. But it still took those moments of people believing in the vision early enough to stick around, which is y'all. Y'all the loyal ones here from the beginning. So I'm not gonna make this video too long, man. I just want to hop on here and just reflect on the journey. I need to get more content out to y'all soon, so that's my apologies. But it's all a journey. There's gonna be setbacks, there's gonna be pitfalls, and I think having that patience again is what's gonna make it better. Like, why are we trying to get to the next level? Like, I feel it. It's gonna feel better then, but the grass ain't never always greener. That's what I had to learn too. Like, the grass ain't never gonna just be greener. It's gonna be greener wherever you water it, and wherever you water is where you at presently. That's bars. That's heavy bars. But like, to break it down, it's like I moved to Texas. No, it probably started when I went to college. I went to college assuming things would be better when I went to college, right? Got there, I'm still depressed. I'm still going through shit. I'm still not all the way how I think I'm supposed to be. I'm thinking shit changes just because I'm changing my location, thinking the grass is greener over there. I had those thoughts more then, and then that kind of prepared me for coming to Texas. Not really expecting too much, but I did kind of expect the change. And then this just really confirmed it. Like, yeah, the grass is never going to be greener wherever you go. And that goes for situations in life too. Like, I know for sure if my 16-year-old self or my 15-year-old self is looking at my present day self, they will be, I don't know how they'll feel. I mean, they'll feel like pretty proud. They would want to be, I can say this, I don't know about proud because I always had big ambitions. I might have thought that I should have been farther by now or something like that. But I know they'll look at that 22-year-old self and wish that that was them now. Their 16-year-old self, my 16-year-old self. My 16-year-old self will wish I was my 22-year-old self at 16. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So, my 22-year-old self wishes I'm my 25-year-old self. So it's always going to be a constant chase of the next thing. And, you're never going to be fully comfortable where you at. But the quicker I think we embrace that and recognize that, then the quicker we can find actual love and satisfaction in the journey. Because it's like, grass ain't gonna be greener. What can I do for my life conditions right now to make it better? What can I do every day to my life conditions right now to make it better? Who can I put in my life that's more loving? Who can I learn from? Who can I, that's all fun stuff. The journey, man. And just enjoying it and realizing you have the power to change anything in your life to get to the next level. I know this has been a rant, but this is, it's one of the things that I feel called to do, Like, I want to, if y'all kind of getting where I'm going with my brand, I'm going to express more on it. But it's like, I want to fully optimize life. I know that's like a big ambition or whatever like that, but like, I want to optimize life for myself, which is becoming my best version. And then I want to help and inspire other people to do the same thing. Help by educating them on what I learn. How I learn is by looking at the best of the best and just taking the shit that they do, implementing it in my life, and then giving the game back. It's like a reciprocal thing. There's nothing new. This is all old stuff. They've been eating good, exercising, sleeping good, meditation forever. And that's like the big four to really get your life together. So it's like, nothing's really new, but just taking that game and, presenting it to whoever's listening and just, spreading that seed. It's really like seeds, Seed grows up, bang, more seeds, and you just, replenish the earth in a way. The same way we populated the earth with people, you know, we populated with ideas and, you know, different visions and things like that. So, you know, that's one of them. And as well as just, and that breaks down into how to become your best self. You know, you gotta have the relationships, you gotta have the health, you gotta have the wealth, in my opinion, all those things. So that's my life's mission. That's where I'm trying to go. I'm trying to fulfill that for myself and break down how I'm doing that and document the journey of the way of how I'm doing that. And hopefully through the documentation of doing it, because the satisfaction has to be in the journey, people will get inspired by it. And if they get inspired, because I know me, when I got inspired, that made me take action. When I wasn't inspired, I wasn't taking action. When I wasn't inspired, I didn't know what was going on. I was really just lost. But you start seeing different people and you start hearing different things. And one thing about me, I was always curious. That curiosity led to inspiration, and that inspiration led to action. And now we here, and we know where we're going. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I'm ranting. Hope y'all took some value from it. You know, that's another ethos I try to live by, or want to live by, or aspire to live by, or am living by. Let's speak in present terms. Is just giving. You know, giving more than you take. Try to provide as much value as possible. If you have to give. Because this life works in karma, cause and effect. What you give out, you give back in. Law of attraction, all that type of stuff. So it's a win-win. Hope y'all like that. If you did, press the like button. If you want more content like this, hit the subscribe. Comment what you want to see next. Love all y'all. See you at the top. Catch you in the next one. Peace.